Boy, what's good, peeps? All right, the fight is literally just finished. I'm just watching a replay of the end of that fight. Boy, Crawford is a nasty finisher. I mean, when he senses you're hurt, jeez, he goes for the kill. He goes for the kill. So yeah, Crawford beats Kell Brook, defends his WBO welterweight title by 4th round stoppage. I had the first round Brook. I had the second round Brook. I was tweeting this as well, so you can go and check my tweets. The third round I gave to Crawford, and I actually tweeted that the heat is starting to be turned up here, just from the third round. Crawford done what every very, very elite boxer can do, and that's make adjustments. It's simple. I've always said that's what separates, so you can, let's just, you get British level, European level, world level, right? That's just ability, I think. So what's going to separate you from being British to world is just ability. Like, how good are you? Between world and elite, I've always said it's the guy that can make the adjustments. You're going to get 2 world level guys in there, and it's the guy that's elite that can always make the adjustments. Crawford lost the first 2 rounds, decided to switch southpaw in the 3rd round, and then Brook wasn't having the same success with his jab. Like, Brook's jab in the first 2 rounds was fantastic. Hence why Crawford's eyes swelled up a bit, because he was landing that jab. As soon as Crawford switched to southpaw, Brook couldn't land the jab. He could land a right. He landed a couple of rights, landed a nice uppercut. But as soon as he switched, Crawford just was like, you can't handle this, right? I'm elite. I can make adjustments. Brook, unfortunately, has one way of fighting and really one pace. It's very good, but he don't know how to make adjustments. We saw it in the Errol Spence fight, right? Very good, very good. Spence made adjustments. Brook couldn't make adjustments, and that's how he lost. I know people like to talk about the weight cut, and maybe that had a lot of bearing on it, but the simple thing is Kell can't make adjustments like these elite level fighters. And I saw it there. Crawford was getting touched up with the jab. Touched up well, right? Very good, very strong. Good jabs from Kell, not just jabs to the body. Sorry, not just jabs to the head, but to the body as well. But then Terence Crawford switched southpaw and got the job done. I mean, that punch to like cause Brook to stumble back into the ropes came from nowhere. Like, from nowhere. It was so fast. It reminds me of when he was fighting Benavidez, and Benavidez was walking him down, and he landed an uppercut. It was so quick, so sharp. And yeah, in the end, he got the job done. I did expect him to get the job done, not that quick. I was thinking look, the heat was getting turned up from round 3. I could see it. I could already see the heat was getting turned up. So I was thinking, all right, this might go 7-8. I didn't expect it to get done that quick. Yeah, so I am, as a Brook fan, very disappointed, but I mean, this is the sport, right? There are levels to this sport. There are levels, man, and Brook just isn't now at that level. Like, everyone was referencing before the fight to obviously try and sell the fight about what he done 6 years ago. 6 years ago, the Sean Porter fight was, or 5 or 6 years ago. That's what we were referencing as, oh, you know what, he's fought an elite fighter. He beat an elite fighter 6 years ago. You know, everyone, we like to make excuses for Brook, and I do, and say, oh, but the fact is you lost to GGG. You got stopped. The fact is, yeah, you came down in weight. The fact is you lost to Spence. You got stopped. And the fact is you've not lived a life since then. You haven't. And you're 34 now. And I wonder if that's it for Brook. I do. I wonder if that's it. I said, like, for me, in order for Brook to continue, this is what I was saying. It's more a case of go out there and, look, I didn't think he was ever going to beat Crawford. Fact. I didn't think he was going to do it. But go out there and just put up a show or put up a fight where, you know what, people still say, oh, hey, Brook's around. Brook's there or thereabouts. Like, even if you get stopped, at least cause Crawford so many problems where, to the point where people are like, you know what, hey, Brook can be in some meaningful fights. Now there is nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. That's a shame. That is a massive, massive shame, that performance. Just because, especially because of his arch enemy as well, Khan, went further. You know what I mean? That performance there has nothing to do with weight, right? I mean, if it goes 9-10 and he starts to look tired, and I can come out on here and make the excuse and say, you know what, he was struggling to make weight, as we all kind of know, but that's nothing to do with weight. That's just sharp a guy that was sharper than you, a guy that made adjustments, and a guy that's an elite fighter. An elite fighter. Again, I've always said this though, Crawford gives you an opportunity. You saw it there. I said it in the lead up to this fight. He gives you an opportunity, but then he makes adjustments. That's why he is so good. And now we know he has power, because Brook don't get humbled like that. Brook got humbled. And I think it was a jab that started it. But we clearly know that Crawford's got power in both hands. Like, same kind of power. I'm trying to think of a boxer that has power like that. Like Miguel Cotto, right? Miguel Cotto had power in both hands, and Crawford's got that. Let's hope now, obviously we've got Spence Garcia coming up. Let's hope we see the Spence, and Spence gets past Garcia, and then obviously we know the contract issues Crawford's having with Top Rank. Crawford will and should leave Top Rank and then make a massive pay-per-view fight with a crowd, fingers crossed, next year with Errol Spence. As for Brook, I'm disappointed. You can see I'm looking down because I'm disappointed because I'm a Brook fan, and he was doing so well rounds 1 and 2, but as soon as the adjustment came, he didn't know what to do. And what upsets me is that he knows, we all know that Crawford's a switch hitter. So I do wonder what kind of southpaw sparring he's had, like elites. But then again, how do you find someone to replicate Crawford? But you've got to get great southpaw sparring with length. And I wonder if he's done that, because when that adjustment came, he didn't know what to do. Didn't know what to do. Shame. Peace.